ॐ शिवशक्तिसमारम्भां भास्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मच्छ्रीनाथपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ज्ञानिनामपि चेतांसि देवी भगवती हि सा बलादाकृष्य मोहाय महामाया प्रयच्छति दुर्गे स्मृता हरसि भीतिमशेषजन्तोः स्वस्तैः स्मृता मतिमतीव शुभां ददासि दारिद्र्यदुःखभयहारिणि का त्वदन्या सर्वोपकारकरणाय सदार्द्रचित्ता सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरि नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते शरणागतदीनार्तपरित्राणपरायणे सर्वस्यार्तिहरे देवि नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवि दुर्गे देवि नमोऽस्तु ते रोगानशेषानपहंसि दुष्टारुष्टातु कामान् सकलान् भीष्टान् त्वामाश्रितानां न विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिताः ह्याश्रयतां प्रयान्ति सर्वाबाधाप्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरि एवमेव त्वया कार्यमस्मद्वैरि विनाशनम् ॐ Welcome back everyone. All right, so we didn't do the meaning for chapter 10, so I'll just do a quick run through of the meaning of chapter 10 and then we'll continue with 11, right? So and just to recap, because we had multiple other things in between. So in the what do you call fifth chapter, the Devas do the prayers, right? And then in the sixth chapter, and the fifth chapter is where, because Shumba and Nishumba had taken over, that was how it started. And then they came and prayed to the Devi, and then from the kosha of Parvati, from the outer sheath of Parvati came Chandika. That's why she's called Kaushika, because she came from the kosha. So we saw that. And then the other Matruka started coming, and then in chapter 6 they got rid of Dhumra Lochana. 7 they got rid of Chanda and Munda because of which she's called Chamunda. And in the 8th we saw about Rakta Bija, and in ninth about Nishumba. So Nishumba, one of the brothers, are also gotten rid of. So now, after Nishumba is also gone, now there's only one person who's left, which is the main person who's Shumba. So the Shumba is coming and telling Durga that, what, you are filled with arrogance, because he says you are really not that strong, because you have all these other Devis who are actually coming and fighting on your behalf, right? So he says, if you really have that courage, and if you have, if you are normal, then you fight with me one on one, right? I don't want to have all these other Devis coming in. So in this, in 10th chapter, Durga says, you know what? They are not individual people. They all have come from me. They are just extensions of me. They're just extensions of my power, right? And if you don't want to fight with them, I will just absorb all of them. So all of those Devis, which are Brahmani, Maheshwari, Kaumari, Vaishnavi, Varahi, the Chandika, the Kali who came, all of them go back to that Kaushiki, go back to the Devi, and they all become one, like how it first started, right? So they all become one, and she says, look, I've withdrawn all these things. You don't have to fight with everyone, you just have to fight with me, one person. So then there's a long description of the battle that actually goes on between Devi and Shumbha, right? And then they keep throwing different weapons and missiles and all that stuff. Eventually, it comes to a point where they start fighting literally with hand, right? And then the Shumbha is they fly up in the air, and then they start starting having a battle. And eventually, Devi then gets rid of him, right? She takes a spear and then she stabs, and then that's the end of Shumbha. So once Shumbha is gotten rid of, then all the Devas now come, because first it was Madhu and Kaitaba, then it was Mahishasura, then it was Shumbha, Nishumba, and all of their people. So anyway, so Shumbha, Nishumba finally are gotten rid of now, and everything comes back to normal, and because of which the Devas now get back all the lost kingdom, right? So that is how 10th chapter ends, and once 10th chapter ends, just like how the Devas did a stuti in chapter 4 after Mahishasura was gotten rid of, chapter 11 is a stuti to Narayani, stuti to that Devi who got rid of Shumbha and Nishumba. So the whole or majority of the chapter is just a stuti, right? And a lot of the stanzas which are going to come in here, you'll be very familiar with those slokams already, because those are all important slokams come from Devi Mahatmyam, which is in this chapter. Okay, so that's kind of how it is. And because it's a stuti, there's nothing much to tell. Each of them are praising the Devi, saying, most of them will end with Namostute, Narayani Namostute, saying, oh Narayani, I bow down to you, the one who protects the world, one who helped us out, the one who takes care of everything. So it's all just stuti mainly, right? Okay, so let's see who we had today. Minu, you can be a student, and Sriram, you can be a student.
Sriram is in a call, Rajesh.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let me see who else I had. Then Shalini on. Yeah, Shalini, you can be student first.
Yes, Rajesh. Yeah.
All right. So we finished till stanza 5. So we'll start from stanza 6. So Vidyaha, so you can put the is there. Vidyas, Samastas, Tava Devi Bhedaha, put the is there, Bhedas. Striyaha, again another is. Samastaha, another is. So instead of all of those visargas, just putting a is there. Samasta, Sakala, Jagatsu. Twaye.
Rajesh, I'm so sorry to interrupt. Chapter 10 தானே? Chapter 10 ல
11 பண்றோம்ல 11ல 6 பண்றோம்.
Chapter 11 ல 6 ஆ? ஓ 11 ல 6th. Okay, okay.
ராஜேஷ் நீ ஏற்கனவே 6 முடிச்சிட்டேன்.
செவன்ல இருந்து தான் ராஜேஷ் பண்ணணும். 6 முடிஞ்சிட்டு.
Okay. All right. Okay. I wrote it down wrong then. I wrote until 5. Okay. All right. So we'll start with 7. Sarva Bhuta Yada Devi, long E. Swarga Mukti Pradayini, long E. Tvam Stuta Stutaye Kava Bhavantu Paramokthayaha. Sarvabhuta Yada Devi Swarga Mukti Pradayini. Tvam Stuta Stutaye Kava Bhavantu Paramokthayaha.
सर्वभूता यदा देवी स्वर्गमुक्तिप्रदायिनी त्वं स्तुता स्तुतये का वा भवन्तु परमोक्तयः सर्वभूता यदा देवी स्वर्गमुक्तिप्रदायिनी त्वं स्तुता स्तुतये का वा भवन्तु परमोक्तयः
सर्वभूता यदा देवी स्वर्गमुक्तिप्रदायिनी त्वं स्तुता स्तुतये का वा भवन्तु परमोक्तयः सर्वभूता यदा देवी स्वर्गमुक्तिप्रदायिनी त्वं स्तुता स्तुतये का वा भवन्तु परमोक्तयः.
Just before they do the stuti, they always, majority of the times, they say that you are just so great. My words are not going to be enough to praise you, right? But still, I'm going to do my best to do my praising to you, because whatever we are able to, only we can praise. But that doesn't mean you are bound by the praises that we're going to be doing, right? So, sarvasya buddhi rupena janasya hridi samstite Swarga Pavargade, that becomes one word. Swarga Pavargade Devi, short E, Narayani, short E, Namostute. So these are the very common mistakes people do when you're in your childhood and you hear somebody saying, they'll say Devi, Narayani, Namostute, right? That's when people stretch that E, right? But remember, like I always said, it's a short E means you're saying, Oh Devi Narayani, right? When you stretch it, it becomes a Devi is the subject who is actually doing something. So it becomes Narayani Namostute, means Narayani is doing the namaskarams, right? But when you're saying, Oh Devi Narayani, I am doing namaskaram to you, right? So that's why you should be very careful about this E in this Devi Narayani. Same in the Mahalakshmi Ashtakam also, Mahalakshmi Namostute, right? But we are used to singing in a tune, so you should be careful about that. Anyway, those are the main corrections in all these stanzas which are going to come. सर्वस्य बुद्धिरूपेण जनस्य हृदि संस्थिते स्वर्गापवर्गदे देवि नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते
सर्वस्य बुद्धिरूपेण जनस्य हृदि संस्थिते स्वर्गापवर्गते देवि नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते सर्वस्य बुद्धिरूपेण जनस्य हृदि संस्थिते स्वर्गापवर्गते देवि नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते
सर्वस्य बुद्धिरूपेण जनस्य हृदि संस्थिते स्वर्गापवर्गदे देवी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते सर्वस्य बुद्धिरूपेण जनस्य हृदि संस्थिते स्वर्गापवर्गदे देवी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते.
Some of the words here are obvious. Sarvasya buddhi rupena, you exist in everybody as the buddhi, as a knowledge, and hridi samstite, you are also existing in their hearts. And swarga apargate devi means one who grants heavenly reward or reward of swargam. Kalakashtadi rupena parinama pradayini, short E. विश्वस्यो परतौ शक्ते नारायणि नमोस्तुते कलाकाष्ठादिरूपेण परिणामप्रदायिनि विश्वस्योपरतौ शक्ते नारायणि नमोस्तुते
कलाकाष्ठादिरूपेण परिणामप्रदायिनि विश्वस्यो परतौ शक्ति नारायणि नमोस्तुते कलाकाष्ठादिरूपेण परिणामप्रदायिनि विश्वस्योपरतौ शक्ते नारायणि नमोस्तुते
कलाकाष्ठाधिरूपेण परिणामप्रदायिनि विश्वस्योपरतो शक्ते नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते कलाकष्टाधिरूपेण परिणामप्रदायिनि विश्वस्योपरतो शक्ते नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते
Only in the first line kalakashtadi. Okay, it's awesome.
Oh, sorry. कलाकाष्ठाधिरूपेण
सर्व मंगल मांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी short e narayani namostute. So mangala means one which is good, right? So one who is the good of all the good. Shiva means something which is auspicious, right? So on sarvati sadike, one who helps everybody gets whatever they want. To you, I'm doing sharanya, I'm actually doing my prostrations, or I'm surrendering to you as a refuge. Oh, that narayani namaskaram to you.
One question. So sarva mangala correcta, sarva mangala correcta?
Mangala, not the la, just mangala. Because on the Sanskrit, the la, which is in Sanskrit the infinity with the line on top, comes much later in the Sanskrit text. So all these scripts which were written long time back, thousands of years back, does not have the la at all in the majority of the times. It comes much later.
அப்ப தமிழ்ல வந்து அந்த லா நம்ம சொல்றது வந்து இட்ஸ் மங்களம், அந்த மங்களம் கிடையாது அப்படின்னா
It's mangala only, not mangalam.
Okay.
Sarva mangala.
Yeah, usually we all chant Sarva Mangala Mangalye, right? So, yeah.
I mean, this stanza is coming from Devi Mahatmyam, right? This is the original stanza, right? So, anala, this is the right way. Whatever is in here is the right way. Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trembake Gauri Narayani Namostute.
सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणि नमोस्तुते ಇದು ತ್ರಯಂಬಿಕೆ ಲ ತ್ರಿಯಂಬಿಕೆ ಕಡೆಯದು शरण्ये त्र्यम्बिके गौरी नारायणि नमोस्तुते सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बिके गौरी नारायणि नमोस्तुते
सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते.
Gauri, just be a little careful, okay, Shalini, there. Just Gauri Narayani, okay. So the best
Rajesh ji? Sorry. Go ahead. I will ask after that.
Yeah. So I mean, the best way to avoid that is to bring your tone down a little bit. Gauri, then you'll naturally, you will not stretch it, right? So that's just one way to just make sure. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay.
So is it Trayambake or Trayambike?
Trayambake.
Okay. Because Meenu said Trayambike, that's what I was not sure.
Yeah, Trayambake. It was okay. I didn't catch it. Okay.
Sorry.
सृष्टि स्थिति विनाशानां शक्ति भूते सनातनी short e गुणाश्रये गुणमये नारायणि नमोस्तुते. सृष्टि विनाशानां शक्ति भूते सनातनी गुणाश्रये गुणमये नारायणि नमोस्तुते.
सृष्टिस्थिति विनाशानां शक्तिभूते सनातनी गुणाश्रये गुणमये नारायणि नमोस्तुते. सृष्टिस्थिति विनाशानां शक्तिभूते
सृष्टिस्थितिविनाशानां शक्तिभूते सनातनी गुणाश्रये गुणमये नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते सृष्टिस्थितिविनाशानां शक्तिभूते सनातनी गुणाश्रये गुणमये नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते
शरणागत दीनार्थ परित्राण परायणे सर्वस्यार्ति हरे देवी shorty narayani namostute. The sharana, whoever is coming to take sharanam, to take refuge in you, like which are normally people who are having problems or people who are distressed or having any afflictions to different problems. So you who removes the suffering of everybody, to that you. शरणागत दीनार्थ परित्राण परायणे सर्वस्यार्ति हरे देवी नारायणि नमोस्तुते.
This also comes in Dhyana Shlokam. Yeah.
Yes.
Sharanagata Deenartha Paritrana Parayane Sarvasyarti Hare Devi Narayani Namostute. Sharanagata Deenartha Paritrana Parayane Sarvasyarti Hare Devi Narayani Namostute.
शरणागत दीनार्थ परित्राण परायणे सर्वस्यार्ति हरे देवी नारायणि नमोस्तुते शरणागत दीनार्थ परित्राण परायणे सर्वस्यार्ति हरे देवी नारायणि नमोस्तुते.
Next, each of the stanzas is going to be for each of the matrukas which came out, right? So Hamsa Yukta Vimanaste Brahmani Rupadharini shorty Kaushambaha. So that Visarga you have to say because Ksha is coming later. Ksharike Devi Narayani Namosuti. So this is prayer to Brahmani who's riding on the Hamsa, which is the swan, and who came out of Brahma, right? So that Brahmani, the Hamsa Yukta Vimanhaste Brahmani Rupadharini Kaushambaha Ksharike Devi Narayani Namostute.
हंसयुक्त विमानस्ते ब्रह्माणि रूपधारिणि कौशाम्बः क्षरिके देवी नारायणि नमोस्तुते हंसयुक्त विमानस्ते ब्रह्माणि रूपधारिणि कौशाम्बः क्षरिके देवी नारायणि नमोस्तुते
हंसयुक्त विमानस्थे ब्रह्माणि रूपधारिणि कौशाम्भः शरिके देवी नारायणि नमोस्तुते कौशाम्बः हंसयुक्त विमानस्ते ब्रह्माणि रूपधारिणि कौशाम्बः शरिके देवी नारायणि नमोस्तुते.
Shalini, there again you're not saying that Visarga explicit. It's Kaushambaha.
कौशाम्बः शरिके देवी नारायणि नमोस्तुते.
That her sound will have to come there. Okay. So here, if you look, Brahmani is referring to that Brahmani, but it's a long E, right? Because the salutations is not to that Brahmani. It is saying that Brahmani, you who took the form of Brahmani, who is Hamsa Yukta, who is riding on that swan, and who is actually, what you call carrying that Kamandalu in her hand. So because the Brahmani is a subject here, right? That's why otherwise it would have been a short E there. That's why the Narayani and Devi are short E's here. Trishula Chandrahidare Mahavrishabha Vahini shorty Maheshwari Swarupena Narayani Namostute. This is for Maheshwari who came from Shiva. Trishula Chandrahidare Mahavrishabha Vahini Maheshwari Swarupena Narayani Namostute.
त्रिशूलचन्द्राहिधरे महावृषभवाहिनि माहेश्वरी स्वरूपेण नारायणि नमोस्तुते त्रिशूलचन्द्राहिधरे महावृषभवाहिनि माहेश्वरी स्वरूपेण नारायणि नमोस्तुते
त्रिशूलचन्द्राहिधरे महावृषभवाहिनि माहेश्वरी स्वरूपेण नारायणि नमोस्तुते त्रिशूलचन्द्राहिधरे महावृषभवाहिनि माहेश्वरी स्वरूपेण नारायणि नमोस्तुते
मयूर कुक्कुटवृते महाशक्तिधरे नगे कौमारी रूप संस्थाने नारायणि नमोस्तुते. To Kaumari who came from Kumara, Murugan. Mayura kukkutavृते महाशक्तिधरे नगे कौमारी रूप संस्थाने नारायणि नमोस्तुते
मयूरकुक्कुटवृते महाशक्तिधरे नके कौमारीरूपसंस्थाने नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते मयूरकुक्कुटवृते महाशक्तिधरे नगे कौमारीरूपसंस्थाने नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते
मयूरकुक्कुटवृते महाशक्तिधरे नघे कौमारीरूपसंस्थाने नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते मयूरकुक्कुटवृते महाशक्तिधरे नघे कौमारीरूपसंस्थाने नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते
शंख चक्र गदाशार्ंग गृहीत परमायुधे प्रसीद वैष्णवी रूपे नारायणि नमोस्तुते वैष्णवी who came from Vishnu शंख चक्र गदाशार्ंग गृहीत परमायुधे प्रसीद वैष्णवी रूपे नारायणि नमोस्तुते
शङ्खचक्रगदाशार्ङ्गगृहीतपरमायुधे प्रसीद वैष्णवीरूपे नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते शङ्खचक्रगदाशार्ङ्गगृहीतपरमायुधे प्रसीद वैष्णवीरूपे नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते
शङ्खचक्रगदाशाङ्ग गृहीत परमायुधे प्रसीद वैष्णवीरूपे नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते शङ्खचक्रगदाशाङ्ग गृहीत परमायुधे प्रसीद वैष्णवीरूपे नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते
line Shalini Sharang ir and then ing Sharang
शारङ्ग
yeah not Sharanga but Sharang
शारङ्ग
yeah so it's
I have
not
to practice
Ra but
this.
it's the ir there okay
Okay.
गृहीतोग्र महाचक्रे दंष्ट्रोद धृत वसुंधरे वराह रूपिणी शिवे नारायणि नमोस्तुते गृहीतोग्र महाचक्रे दंष्ट्रोद्धृत वसुंधरे वराह रूपिणी शिवे नारायणि नमोस्तुते
गृहीतोग्रमहाचक्रे दंष्ट्रोद्धृतवसुन्धरे वराहरूपिणि शिवे नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते गृहीतोग्रमहाचक्रे दंष्ट्रोद्धृतवसुन्धरे वराहरूपिणि शिवे नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते
गृहीतोग्रमहाचक्रे दंष्ट्रोद्धृतवसुन्धरे वराहरूपिणि शिवे नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते गृहीतोग्रमहाचक्रे दंष्ट्रोद्धृतवसुन्धरे वराहरूपिणि शिवे नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते
The Vasu here is referring to earth. So Dhamstro Dhrita Vasundare means one who's lifting the earth with your tusks, which is the Varaha avatar because Varahi. Sorry, go ahead, Jayashree.
இதுக்கு மட்டும் ஷார்ட் நீ வந்திருக்கு எப்படி இது வராக ரூபினி இல்லையா
Rupini, Varaha Rupini, the one who has taken the form of Varaha. But Rupini, மத்ததுல வந்து ரூபே அப்படிதான் வந்துட்டு இருக்கு, right? Rupena.
Vaishnavi Roop.
Vaishnavi is where the Varahi, but other okay. So here the slight difference is here is it say where is that other one Prasida Vaishnavi Rupe. The one who has taken the form of Vaishnavi, but India maybe the Varahi. I don't know why it didn't come as Varahi Rupa Rupe. Right to your question, I understand what you're saying. The Vaishnavi Rupen varadu inge it's saying Varaha Rupini. So that is slightly different because it's here it's telling the one who has taken the form of Varaha. Appadi or slight I think or it must just a grammatical change தான் நினைக்கிறேன். That's the main thing I can think of, right? Because that's why Rupe is becoming Rupini, right? So adunala maybe that Varahi or Varaha might not be coming. That's my guess.
அது வந்து அந்த ரூபேனா இந்த இல்லையா இந்த ஃபார்ம் ஆஃப்
ஆமா இந்த ஃபார்ம் ஆஃப் ரூபினி is
Rupini is
the Rupe and Rupini there should be some difference in the preposition or something that is getting used because of which in Sanskrit the subject
form அது வந்து இந்த ஃபார்ம் இது வந்து form of this
exactly I think it's something one of them is form of one of them is in the form of right so
So other thing also to add to your statement, Rajeshri, they have like a chandas, so the meter has to be in that format.
Exactly.
So probably one of the reason is maybe because of that.
So that's why they might have changed that in the
Yeah.
form of and form of,
Form
or
of,
you know,
yes.
to keep the chandas consistent, right? Because Vaishnavi is longer than Varaha.
Yeah.
To adjust for that. नृसिंह रूपेणोग्रेण हन्तुं दैत्यान् कृतोद्यमे त्रैलोक्यत्राणसहिते नारायणि नमोस्तुते. This is from Nrsimha. नृसिंहरूपेणोग्रेण हन्तुं दैत्यान् कृतोद्यमे त्रैलोक्यत्राणसहिते नारायणि नमोस्तुते.
नृसिंहरूपेणोग्रेण हन्तुं दैत्यान् कृतोद्यमे त्रैलोक्यत्राणसहिते नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते नृसिंहरूपेणोग्रेण हन्तुं दैत्यान् कृतोद्यमे त्रैलोक्यत्राणसहिते नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते
नृसिंहरूपेणोग्रेण हन्तुं दैत्यान् कृतोद्यमे त्रैलोक्यत्राणसहिते नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते नृसिंहरूपेणोग्रेण हन्तुं दैत्यान् कृतोद्यमे त्रैलोक्यत्राणसहिते नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते
किरीटिनि महावज्रे सहस्रनयनोज्ज्वले वृत्रप्राणहरे चैन्द्रि short e Narayani namostute. Referring to Aindri who came from Indra. We just say one time for the next 7-8 minutes. किरीटिनि महावज्रे सहस्रनयनोज्ज्वले वृत्रप्राणहरे चैन्द्रि नारायणि नमोस्तुते.
किरीटिनि महावज्रे सहस्रनयनोज्ज्वले वृत्रप्राणहरे चैन्द्रि नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते
Vritasura who came in Dashakam 23 of Narayaniam. So that Indra who got rid of that Vritasura, that Vrita.
किरीटिनि महावज्रे सहस्रनयनोज्ज्वले वृत्रप्राणहरे चैन्द्रि नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते
शिवदूती स्वरूपेण हत दैत्य महाबले घोर रूपे महारावे Narayani Namosute. Remember that Shivaduti, because from that Chandika, another form also came of Chandika, and then she then told Shiva, you go tell Shumba, Nishumba that get ready for battle because I'm ready to fight with them. It came in chapter 6, chapter 5. So she was called Shivaduti because she sent Shiva as a Duta, right? So to that Shivaduti. शिवधूति स्वरूपेण हत दैत्य महाबले घोर रूपे महारावे नारायणि नमोस्तुते.
शिवदूती स्वरूपेण हत दैत्य महाबले घोररूपे महारावे नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते
शिवदूते स्वरूपेण हत दैत्य महाबले घोररूपे महारावे नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते
दंष्ट्रा कराल वदने शिरोमाला विभूषणे चामुंडे मुंड मथने नारायणि नमोस्तुते. To that Kali who, because she got rid of Chandamunda, she was called as Chamunda, to that Kali. दंष्ट्रा कराल वदने शिरोमाला विभूषणे चामुंडे मुंड मथने नारायणि नमोस्तुते.
दंष्ट्राकरालवदने शिरोमालाविभूषणे चामुण्डे मुण्डमथने नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते
दंष्ट्राकरालवदने शिरोमालाविभूषणे चामुण्डे मुण्डमथने नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते
लक्ष्मी लज्जे महाविद्ये श्रद्धे पुष्टि स्वदे ध्रुवे महारात्रि महाविद्ये Narayani Namostute. So remember we said when we chapter 5 when we did the Namastasye, we said Lakshmi Swarupena, Lajja Swarupena, then Shraddhe, Pushti, right? All of that. So it says one who exists in all of those forms, to that Narayani. लक्ष्मी लज्जे महाविद्ये श्रद्धे पुष्टि स्वदे ध्रुवे महारात्रि महाविद्ये नारायणि नमोस्तुते.
लक्ष्मीलज्जे महाविद्ये श्रद्धे पुष्टिस्वदे ध्रुवे महारात्रि महाविद्ये नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते
लक्ष्मीलज्जे महाविद्ये श्रद्धे पुष्टिस्वधे ध्रुवे महारात्रि महाविद्ये नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते
मेधे सरस्वती short e वरे भूति बाभ्रवि तामसी short e नियते त्वं प्रसीदेशे नारायणि नमोस्तुते मेधे सरस्वती वरे भूति बाभ्रवि तामसी नियते त्वं प्रसीदेशे नारायणि नमोस्तुते
मेधे सरस्वति वरे भूतिबाब्रवि तामसि नियते त्वं प्रसीदेशे नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते
मेधे सरस्वती वरे भूति भाभ्रवि तामसि नियते त्वं प्रसीदेशे नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते.
So the 24 also, next one also comes in Dhyana Shlokam, and it also comes in the other, what do you call it, Nyasam when we did, I think this turn comes again. Sarva Swarupe Sarveshe Sarva Shakti Samanvite Bhayebhyas Trahi No Devi Durge Devi Namostute. So Sarva Swarupe means who exists in all forms. Then Sarveshe means one who is the ruler of everything. And Sarva Shakti Samanvite means one who has all the power is accumulated in all of that. Bhayebhyas Trahi means protect us from all the fears and everything else that we have. Sarvaswarupe Sarveshe Sarva Shakti Samanvite Bhayebhyas no Devi Durge Devi Namostute.
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवि दुर्गे देवि नमोऽस्तुते
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते
एतत्ते वदनं सौम्यं लोचनत्रय भूषितं पातु नः पुट इस् पातु नस् सर्वभीतिभ्यः पुट इः कात्यायनि नमोस्तुते एतत्ते वदनं सौम्यं लोचनत्रय भूषितं पातु नः सर्वभीतिभ्यः कात्यायनि नमोस्तुते
एतत्ते वदनं सौम्यं लोचनत्रयभूषितं पातु नः सर्वभीतिभ्यः कात्यायनि नमोऽस्तुते
एतत्ते वदनं सौम्यं लोचनत्रयभूषितं पातु नः सर्वभीतिभ्यः कात्यायनि नमोऽस्तुते
Jwala Karalam, you can break it that ma because that's the right way to say it. Jwala Karalam Atyugram, and then again at that ma you put a im Atyugram. Asheshasura Sudanam, Trishulam Patu no Bhiter Bhadrakali Namostute. Where did it go here? Jwala Karalam Atyugram Asheshasura Sudanam. त्रिशूलं पातु नो भीतेर्भद्रकाली नमोस्तुते
ज्वालाकरालम् अद्युग्रम् अशेषासुरसूदनं त्रिशूलं पातु नो भीतेर्भद्रकाळि नमोऽस्तुते
ज्वालाकरालमत्युग्रम् अशेषासुरसूदनं त्रिशूलं पातु नो भीतेर्भद्रकाली नमोऽस्तुते
हिनस्ति दैत्य तेजांसि शॉर्टी स्वनेना पूर्य या जगत् सा घंटा पातु नो देवी पापेभ्यो नः पुट इस पापेभ्यो नस् सुतानिव. So just like how a mother protects her children, with that you take that ghanta, which is the bell, because like in a lot of cases the sound of the bell that reverberates and that drives all the evil forces away. With that you drive all these daityas away and protect me like a mother protects her child. Jwala Karalam Atyugram Asheshasura Trishulam Patu no Bhiter Bhadrakali Namostute. Oh, sorry, we said it already. Hinasti daitya tejamsi swanena puryaya jagat sa ghanta patu no devi papebhyo nasutaniva.
हनस्ति दैत्य तेजांसि स्वनेनापूर्यया जगत् सा घंटा पातु नो देवि पापेभ्यो नः सुदानिव.
First word hinasti.
Hinasti.
Yeah, I think you said Hanasti.
Oh.
हिनस्ति दैत्य तेजांसि स्वनेन पूर्यया जगत् सा घण्टा पातु नो देवी पापेभ्यो न सुतानिव.
Okay, we'll just switch. Let me just see who I had. Ram, you can be student, and Shalini, you can be student. Shanti, you can be student. Asurasrig vasapanka charchitaste karojwalaha shubhaya khadgo bhavatu chandike tvam natavayam. असुरासृग्वसापङ्कचर्चितस्ते करोज्ज्वलः शुभाय खड्गो भवतु चण्डिके त्वां नतावयम्.
असुरासृग्वसापङ्कचर्चितस्ते करोज्ज्वलः शुभाय खड्गो भवतु चण्डिके त्वां नता वयम्. असुरासृग्वसापङ्कचर्चितस्ते करोज्ज्वलः शुभाय खड्गो भवतु चण्डिके त्वां नता वयम्.
असुराश्रुग्वसाभङ्गचर्चितस्ते करोज्ज्वलः शुभाय खड्गो भवतु चण्डिके त्वां नता वयम्. असुराश्रुग्वसाभङ्गचर्चितस्ते करोज्ज्वलः शुभाय खड्गो भवतु चण्डिके त्वां नता वयम्.
Rogan asheshan apahamsi. So both of this na, if you want to, you can put a in and a a. So rogan asheshan apahamsi tushta rushta tu kaman sakalana bhishtan tvam ashritanam na vipannaranam tvam ashrita hyashrayatam prayanti. Short e. So this some of the words are like very clear in this, right? So he says when you're pleased, when you when you please you, then you get rid of all the rogams, all the afflictions and all the diseases which are there. However, when you're not happy, then all the karma and all the aspirations and desires that you have all seem to be like blocked, right? And then tvam ashritanam, anybody who has seeken refuge in you, na vipannaranam, they don't have to worry about anything. There's absolutely no worries that something will befall them, right? Because you're always protecting them. So this one, like we said, like the fourth chapter, right? The first two lines we'll say it together if you're able to, and third and fourth line together. रोगान शेषान अपहंसि तुष्टारुष्टा तु कामान् सकलान भीष्टान् त्वामाश्रितानां न विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिता ह्याश्रयतां प्रयान्ति.
रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टारुष्टा तु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान् त्वामाश्रितानां न विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिता ह्याश्रयतां प्रयान्ति. रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टारुष्टा तु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान् त्वामाश्रितानां न विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिता ह्याश्रयतां प्रयान्ति.
रोगानशेषान् अबहंसि दुष्टारुष्टादुकामान् सकलानभीष्टान् त्वामाश्रितानां न विबन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिता ह्याश्रयतां प्रयान्ति.
Yeah, so that word is he and ashrayatam combined together. He and a is becoming hya. So hyashrayatam as one word.
रोगानशेषान् अबहंसि दुष्टारुष्टादुकामान् सकलानभीष्टान् त्वामाश्रितानां न विबन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिता ह्याश्रयतां प्रयान्ति.
एतत् कृतं यत् कदनं त्वयाद्य धर्मद्विषां देवी महासुराणां रूपैर अनेकैर. Again, I'm just breaking at that ra if you want to. रूपैर अनेकैर बहुदात्म मूर्तिं कृत्वाम्बिके तत् प्रकरोति कान्या. एतत् कृतं यत् कदनं त्वयाद्य धर्मद्विषां देवी महासुराणां रूपैरनेकैर्बहुदात्ममूर्तिं कृत्वाम्बिके तत् प्रकरोति कान्या.
एतत्कृतं यत् कदनं त्वयाद्य धर्मद्विषां देवि महासुराणां रूपैरणैकैर्बहुदात्ममूर्तिं कृत्वाम्बिके तत् प्रकरोति कान्या. एतत्कृतं यत्कदनं त्वयाध्यधर्मद्विषां देवि महासुराणां रूपैरनेकैर्बहुदात्ममूर्तिं कृत्वाम्बिके तत्प्रकरोति कान्या
एतत्कृतं यत्कथनं त्वयाद्याधर्मद्विषां देवि महासुराणां रूपैरनेकैर्बहुदात्ममूर्तिं कृत्वाम्बिके तत्प्रकरोति कान्या एतत्कृतं यत्कथनं त्वयाद्यधर्मद्विषां देवि महासुराणां रूपैरनेकैर्बहुदात्ममूर्तिं कृत्वाम्बिके तत्प्रकरोति कान्या
विद्यासु शास्त्रेषु vivekadipesh. Essentially that line is going to come together. So vivekadipesh vadyeshu vakyeshu chakatvadanya mamatva garteti mahandakare vibhramayatye tadativa. That word you cannot break it. So vibhramayatye tadativa vishwam. So that some of those words you just have to say it together continuously. विद्यासु शास्त्रेषु विवेकदीपेष्वाद्येषु वाक्येषु चकात्वदन्या ममत्वगर्तेति महान्धकारे विभ्रामयत्ये तदतीव विश्वम्
विद्यासु शास्त्रेषु विवेकदीपेष्वाद्येषु वाक्येषु चकात्वदन्या ममत्वगर्तेति महान्धकारे विभ्रामयत्येतदतीव विश्वम् विद्यासु शास्त्रेषु विवेकदीपेष्वाद्येषु वाक्येषु चकात्वदन्या ममत्वगर्तेति महान्धकारे विभ्रामयत्येतदतीव विश्वम्
विद्यासु शास्त्रेषु विवेकदीपेष्वाद्येषु वाक्येषु सकाद्वदन्या ममत्वगर्तेदि महान्धकारे विभ्रामयत्येतदतीव विश्वम्.
The second line, first word vadyeshu on the word, okay.
ஆனா என் புக்ல ஆத்யேஷுன்னு இருக்கு ராஜேஷி, அது
Because
தப்பா?
you have to put vivekadipeshu, you would have had that. So that's what. So when you're saying that as like a pause there, for example, if you say vidyasu shastreshu vivekadipeshu adyeshu vakyeshu chakatvadanya, that's the way, right?
Okay.
But because we are saying those two lines together, that u and a will become like, deepeshu and adyeshu will become ish and ava there. So you have to change yours to vivekadipesh vadyeshu. Got it?
विद्यासु शास्त्रेषु विवेकदीपेष्वाद्येषु वाक्येषु सकाद्वदन्या ममत्वगर्तेदि महान्धकारे विभ्रामयत्येतदतीव विश्वम्.
रक्षांसि यत्रोग्र विशाश्च नागा यत्रारयो दस्यु बलानि यत्र दावानलो यत्र तताब्दि मध्ये tatra stita tvam paripasi vishwam. Some of this also in Devi Kavacham also we prayed saying that you please protect me, right? So here, so vishashcha naga means when poisonous snakes are there, right? When you are stuck in forest, when you are between, enemies and all of those other people, and in the davanalo means in the middle of a forest fire, or abdi madhye means when you're stuck in the middle of an ocean, right? So when you're in all these different situations in Devi Kavacham, he said, please come and protect me, right? Oh Devi, here it says you are the one who comes and protects your devotees when they're stuck in all these situations. रक्षांसि यत्रोग्र विशाश्च नागा यत्रारयो दस्यु बलानि यत्र दावानलो यत्र तताब्दि मध्ये तत्र स्थितं त्वं परिपासि विश्वम्.
रक्षांसि यत्रोग्रविशाश्च नागा यत्रारयो दस्युबलानि यत्र दावानलो यत्र तथाब्धिमध्ये तत्र स्थिता त्वं परिपासि विश्वम् रक्षांसि यत्रोग्रविशाश्च नागा यत्रारयो दस्युबलानि यत्र दावानलो यत्र तथाब्धिमध्ये तत्र स्थिता त्वं परिपासि विश्वम्.
रक्षांसि यत्रोग्रविशाश्च नागा यत्रारयो दस्युबलानि यत्र दावानलो यत्र तदाप्तिमध्ये तत्र स्थिता त्वं परिभासि विश्वम् रक्षांसि यत्रोग्रविशाश्च नागा यत्रारयो दस्युबलानि यत्र दावानलो यत्र तदाप्तिमध्ये तत्र स्थिता त्वं परिभासि विश्वम्
Vishweshwari, short e, Tvam paripasi Vishwam, Vishwatmika dharayasiti Vishwam, Vishwesha Vandya bhavati, long e, bhavanti, short e, Vishwashraya ye tvai bhakti namraha. Vishwam means world or everybody. So Ishwari means one who is the ruler. Then Paripasi Vishwam means one who protects the Vishwam. Dharayasiti Vishwam means one who supports the world. So essentially everything connected to the world or everybody. Vishweshwari Tvam Paripasi Vishwam Vishwatmika Dharayasiti Vishwam Vishwesha Vandya Bhavati Bhavanti Vishwaschayaye Tvai Bhakti Namraha.
विश्वेश्वरि त्वं परिपासि विश्वं विश्वात्मिका धारयसीति विश्वं विश्वेश्ववन्ध्या भवती भवन्ति विश्वाश्रया ये त्वयि भक्तिनम्राः विश्वेश्वरि त्वं परिपासि विश्वं विश्वात्मिका धारयसीति विश्वं विश्वेश्ववन्ध्या भवती भवन्ति विश्वाश्रया ये त्वयि भक्तिनम्राः.
On the third line, the first word, I'm hearing an extra syllable somewhere. It's
Vishveshavandhya.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Vishveshavandhya.
विश्वेश्वरि त्वं परिभासि विश्वं विश्वात्मिका धारयसीदि विश्वं विश्वेशवन्द्या भवती भवन्ति विश्वाश्रयो ये त्वयि भक्तिनम्राः
Vishwashraya, last word. Vishwashraya ye.
त्वयि भक्तिनम्राः. ओके. विश्वेश्वरि त्वं परिभासि विश्वं विश्वात्मिका धारयसीदि विश्वं विश्वेशवन्द्या भवती भवन्ति विश्वाश्रया ये त्वयि भक्तिनम्राः.
Devi Prasida Paripalaya Noribhiter. There is a ir that is in the next line. So you say the ir. Nityam Yathasura Vadadhadunaiva, one word, Sadyah. Papani Sarva Jagatam Prashamam Nayashu Utpata Paka Janitamscha Mahopasargan. देवे प्रसीद परिपालय नोरिभीते नित्यं यथासुरवधाधधुनैव सद्यः पापानि सर्वजगतां प्रशमं न याशु उत्पातपाकजनितांश्च महोपसर्गान्.
देवि प्रसीद परिपालय नोरिभीतेर्नित्यं यथासुरवधाधधुनैव सद्यः पापानि सर्वजगतां प्रशमं न याशु उत्पातपाकजनितांश्च महोपसर्गान्. देवि प्रसीद परिपालय नोरिभीतेर्नित्यं यथासुरवधाधधुनैव सद्यः पापानि सर्वजगतां प्रशमं न याशु उत्पातपाकजनितांश्च महोपसर्गान्.
देवि प्रसीद परिपालय नोरिभीतेर्नित्यं यदाशुरवधादधुनैव सत्यः पापानि सर्वजगतां प्रशमं न यासु उद्बाधबाहजनितां समहोपसर्गान्. देवि प्रसीद परिपालय नोरिभीतेर्नित्यं यदासुरवधादधुनैव सत्यः पापानि सर्वजगतां प्रशमं न यासु उद्बाधबाहजनितांश महोपसर्गान्.
So this kind of a 34 technically ends the stuti. Okay. And in 35 is Pranathanam Prasida Tvam Devi Vishwarti Harini, shorty, Trailokya Vasinam Idye Lokanam Varada Bhava. It's kind of wrapping up saying that, Devi, that whoever is surrendering to you, whoever is bowing down to you, you will of course be gracious to them, protect them from everything, and lokana varada bhava, confer your boon, or blessings to everybody in the world, right? Whoever is chanting all these things. प्रणतानां प्रसीदत्वं देवि विश्वार्तिहारिणि त्रैलोक्यवासिनामीडे लोकानां वरदा भव.
प्रणतानां प्रसीदत्वं देवि विश्वार्तिहारिणि त्रैलोक्यवासिनामीढ्ये लोकानां वरदा भव. प्रणतानां प्रसीदत्वं देवि विश्वार्तिहारिणि त्रैलोक्यवासिनामीढ्ये लोकानां वरदा भव.
प्रणदानां प्रसीदत्वं देवि विश्वार्तिहारिणि त्रैलोक्यवासिनामीड्ये लोकानां वरदा भव. प्रणदानां प्रसीदत्वं देवि विश्वार्तिहारिणि त्रैलोक्यवासिनामीड्ये लोकानां वरदा भव.
देव्युवाच वरदाहं सुरगणा वरं यन्मनसेच्छत tam vrinidvam prayachami shorty jagatam upakarakam. So Devi is responding to saying, that varadaham, I am the one who gives boons. So say whatever manasa ichchata, whatever your mind wishes, right? You ask me what boon you want, as long as it is for jagatam upakarakam, as long as it's for the benefit of the world. You ask me what boon you want. So she's responding back to the Devas because they've done the stuti now. So just say one time, next few minutes. देव्युवाच वरदाहं सुरगणा वरं यन्मनसेच्छत तं वृणध्वं प्रयच्छामि जगतामुपकारकम्.
देव्युवाच वरदाहं सुरगणा वरं यन्मनसेच्छत तं वृणुध्वं प्रयच्छामि जगताम् उपकारकम्.
देव्युवाच वरदाहं सुरगणा वरं यन्मनसेच्छद तं वृणुत्वं प्रयच्छामि जगदामुपकारकम्.
देवा ऊचुः सर्वबाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरि, त्रैलोक्यस्य अखिल ईश्वरि, but is one word, त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरि एवमेव त्वया कार्यं, put a im there, asmat vairi vinashanam. So they're saying, that for the sarva bhada prashaman, all the miseries that everybody has in all these worlds, and whenever these enemies are rising, you please come anytime this happens, you please come and protect us. That's the only thing they're saying, because they don't know when the next problem is going to come, right? So deva uchuhu sarva badha prashamanam trailokyasya kileshwari evameva tvaya karyam asmat vairi vinashanam.
देवा उचुः सर्वबाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरि एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्.
देवाऊचुः सर्वाबाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरि एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्.
देव्युवाच वैवस्वतेन्तरे प्राप्ते अष्टाविंशति मे युगे शुम्भो निशुम्भश्चैवान्या उत्पत्स्येते महासुरौ. So I'll say the next one also, I'll say the meaning together because it's kind of connected. So if you remember, in the first chapter of Devi Mahatmyam, this is stanza which comes Swarochishentere Purvam Chaitra Vamsha Samudbhavaha Surato Nama Rajabhut Samastekshiti Mandali. It says in the second Manu who was there, right? Swarochisha was the second Manu. So that is how Markandeya started the story of the second Manu at that time, right? And now here she's saying when Vaivaswata Manu comes, who is the current Manu, at the time, the 20th Yuga of the Vaivaswata Manu, next line, Nanda Gopa Grihe Jata Yashoda Garbha Sambhava. I'm going to go into Nanda Gopa's house, Yashoda's Garbham, and I'm going to be born. Right? So I'm just referencing this for people who also have learned Narayaniyam. So in Dashakam 37, 38, it happens, right? The child is born, then she's transferred into into Nanda Gopa's house, right? And then they say that Devaki had a stillborn, right? And then that baby is then transferred with Krishna. He comes And then in the 39th Dashakam of Narayana, when Kamsa tries to kill the child, she goes up in the air and says, the person who's supposed to kill is already born, and she disappears. Right? That's what is coming in the next few things, saying, Tatasto Nashayishyami Vindhyachala Nivasini. So the Devi is saying, I am because this is all happening during the second or some Manu, long, back. So saying in the Vaivaswata Manu's time, I will come and then I will go to Yashoda and Nandagopa's house. I am going to be born there. And then Shumbha and Nishumba are going to take birth as somebody else in that Yugam. At that time, I will get rid of them, and then I am going to go and reside in Vindhyachala mountains. So Vindhyachala Nivasini. So that's what those next three stanzas are going to be. So Devyo Vacha Vaivasvatentare Prapte Ashtavimshati Me Yuge Shumbho Nishumbas Chaivanya Utpatsyete Mahasurav. देव्युवाच वैवस्वतेन्तरे प्राप्ते अष्टाविंशति मे युगे शुम्भो निशुम्भश्चैवान्यावुत्पत्स्येते महासुरौ.
देव्युवाच वैवस्वतेन्तरे प्राप्ते अष्टाविंशति मे युगे शुम्भो निशुम्भश्चैवान्या उत्पत्स्येते महासुरौ.
देव्युवाच वैवस्वतेन्द्रे प्राप्ते अष्टाविंशति मे युगे शुम्भो निशुम्भश्चैवान्या उत्पत्स्येते महासुरौ.
Word वैवस्वतेन्तरे अंतरे वैवस्वतेन्तरे
वैवस्वतेन्दरे प्राप्ते. ओके.
नंदगोप गृहे जाता यशोदा गर्भ संभवा ततस्तौ नाशयिष्यामि विंध्याचल निवासिनी. Longi. I mean, some of these things just tell that, a lot of these things which are going to happen are all like already decided upfront of these incidents which are going to happen. Right? And we see so many examples of that, right? Even in Krishnavatam, so many places they'll come and tell everything that is going to happen already, the critical things which are going to happen, right? So that's what this is another classic example. He's saying in the future, in some future Manu, I'm going to be born again, right? Nanda Gopa Grihe Jata Yashoda Garbha Sambhava Tatastau Nashayishyami Vindhyachala Nivasini.
नन्दगोपगृहे जाता यशोदा गर्भसम्भवा ततस्तौ नाशयिष्यामि विन्ध्याचलनिवासिनी.
नन्दगोपगृहे जाता यशोदा गर्भसम्भवा ततस्तौ नाशयिष्यामि विन्ध्याचलनिवासिनी.
पुनरप्यति रौद्रेण रूपेण पृथिवीतले अवतीर्य हनिष्यामि Viprachittamstu Danavan. So they'll be born to a person called as Viprachitta. So Viprachittamstu referring to someone who's born to Viprachitta. So at that person, I'll come and destroy those people. Punarapyati Raudrena Rupena Prithivitale Avatirya Hanishyami Viprachittamstu Danavan.
पुनरप्यति रौद्रेण रूपेण पृथिवीतले अवतीर्य हनिष्यामि वैप्रचित्तांस्तु दानवान्.
Sorry to interrupt. Who's Viprachitta?
It's some person. It's like the Shumbha and Nishumba are going to be born again as two asuras, and they're going to be born to this person called as Viprachitta. So to that person, Viprachitta, who they're going to be born, I'm going to come back to earth and I'm going to destroy those two demons.
Okay.
पुनरप्यति रौद्रेण रूपेण पृथिवीतले अवतीर्य हनिष्यामि वैप्रचित्तांस्तु दानवान्.
We'll end here today. Hare Namaha, Hare Namaha. Bye. Thank you, everyone.
So Rajesh ji, just curious to know in the chronology order. So Markandeya, wrote this one, right? So is Devi said this, and then Markandeya, documented this, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like what do you call, there are multiple layers, right, in this thing. Sorry, when I remove my glasses, I can't see anything right now. So I had to put my glasses back. I put this glass only to read, but now I remove it after 1 hour. I can't see you all. So Markandeya is one of those Chiranjeevis who exist across multiple yugas and multiple manvantaras and all of those things. Okay. So he has access to a lot of this information. So while this happened, where the Sumedha sage and the king and the Vaishya conversation was happening during the second Manu, right? It was happening at that time during the second Manu, right? And then these incidents that keep happening must have happened at some point, even before the second Manu, because the sage is telling the story during the time of the second Manu. So it must have happened during the first Manu, the Swayambhuva Manu, who would have been there. All of these Mahishasura Mardini, all of these things should have happened at some point because he's already narrating the story, right? And then when Markandeya, because he has access to all of this information, of course, everything, he then compiles all of these things at some point. We don't know
So
when.
basically, it's like cyclical. So all these manus are like, cyclical.
Yeah, I mean, the entire day of Brahma is divided and all of the detailed explanations, right? But yeah, so that's what. So this, we don't know when Markandeya composed it, but this was happened during the second Manu or some other time, or so that was the time where
because he's in the blood thinner, he has to be careful.
Sorry.
Sorry, Rajesh, I missed it by whisker. Or call in the extent at 5 minutes. I'm sorry.
No problem, Shira. Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rajesh.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.